when you later in your career, when you would be passed on over by the hands of the audiences, where did that start?
Oh, that's actually one specific thing. I was in Georgia in a club. No, in a college, and I was performing. Sorry, Vanderbilt University.
Right.
And I was playing
in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee.
It is?
Yes.
They moved it?
Yes. Oh. It went from Macon, Georgia, to Nashville, Tennessee.
Ah, really? Yeah.
Most of Vanderbilt gave them a lot of money.
And I was playing for 100 students. You know, I was on the college tours by this time.
Right.
And you'd make maybe, say, $300 for the show, and it would cost $250 to get there. And so I was playing on a stage, like, very small stage, but it wasn't a theater. It was one of those school rooms with a little stage, like for drama students. So there's no wings like this. I can go good night and I walk off. And there I did my show, and I finished. And I said, okay, thank you and good night. And all my props are over there and my banjo case, and so I start packing this up, but it's all in front of everybody, and they're still sitting there like this. And I'm packing and putting this away, and I say, thank you, and the show's over, so thank you very much, thank you. And then I'd stand there and just sat there.
Yeah.
So I thought, And so I just started talking to the audience. I don't remember what I said, but I just started talking, well, I guess the show is over, something like that. And I walked out into the audience, and I'm leaving now. I said, I'm going to leave. And they just sort of hung with me, and we went out into the hallway, and they kind of hung with me, and I said, yes, we're going to. So we went outside, and there was a drained swimming pool there.
Yeah.
And so I asked them to get into the swimming pool, and they all got into the swimming pool. And then I said, and now I'm going to swim across you. And so I did that, and they did this. This would have been about 1971.
Yeah.
And I went home that night, and I thought, something just happened that was different than anything I had been doing. And I started to think in that vein, that things could go a little, as we say, wilder and crazier.
Where did you get that term, wild and crazy guy?
I just don't know.
You don't?
I think I started with, I love the, I don't know if irony is such a convenient word, but maybe it's accurate for this, the irony of doing a joke and having it bomb, and then I'd say, I'm so wild. Or,
Yes.
and it just evolved into kind of a consistent theme. I'm so wild, I'm so crazy. Because I always thought it was funny when people actually thought they were wild. Yeah. And they weren't.
And excuse me?
Excuse me came from, there was when I was working at Disneyland, there was a woman from Louisiana named Irene, and her favorite phrase was, well, excuse me for living. And she always used to say that, and it just kind of stuck in my head. And I liked, for my act, I loved the idea of the entertainer who is outraged. And I think the bit started, I told a spotlight operator, said, I'm going to ask you to change the spot to blue, and don't do it, no matter how much I ask. And he said, okay. And so I said, I'm going to play a moody banjo song now, so could I please have the blue spotlight? Could I have the blue spotlight, please? And then Bill, and I remember a friend of mine was sitting with him that night, and the guy started to reach for the spot, and my friend went, I don't think he wants you to change it. And then I mounted to this increasing, I was like the entertainer who is the idea of giving. I am giving so much, and yet I can't get a blue spot. Anyway.
Exactly. The white suit.
White suit came really for very practical reasons. The concert started, we skipped ahead near about 5 years because the concert started getting bigger, and I started playing like 3,000 seaters and 4,000 seaters, and I thought, it's just me out there. I think I better put on a white suit so I can be seen. Yeah. And that's what I did. And it became this sort of trademark thing when it was really done for practical reasons. But also, I liked that I could be seen, because the act was now becoming extremely physical. A lot of jumping around and running and body movements, and I like that I could be seen.